Hey, Coach Mandy Green here from Busy Coach and Tutor Collegiate Strategies. I recently did a webinar for the Volleyball Coaches Association virtual conference, and I thought there would be some really good information that I wanted to pass on to you as well. A lot of times when I'm speaking at these conferences, I pick hot topics for clients, and staying on track, right? Setting a schedule and staying on track is a really big thing for a lot of coaches right now. And so I want to share just a small little part of that webinar that I did for the AVCA. The first part to staying on track is how you're showing up, right? How you show up every day determines whether or not you're able to stick to your schedule or not. Are you in attack mode, right? Playing offense, meaning you're proactive, you're scheduling your day, you're showing up with a purpose and a plan, and then you work the plan, and you already have kind of preset controls in place to eliminate a lot of distractions, but you're in control of your schedule, right? You're on the attack, versus what most coaches do is they show up and they're reactive. They've got no plan, right? And so they're just kind of putting out fires all day, just like you see this guy in this video, right? He's doing the whack-a-mole. Just anything random that pops up is what we're getting done. Well, these coaches are coaches that are coming to me frustrated and overwhelmed and looking for ways to become more disciplined and stay focused, but also make progress on everything that they're doing with their program. And so a key first thing that I have a lot of clients do is I want you to do the math, right? Do you know if the tasks you're working on are giving you the results that you need based on the time and effort that you're putting in? Do you know how long you're spending every day on unimportant things? Do you know how much time you've really spent on junk mail, on people stopping by and interrupting you in the office or whatever, right? A lot of time management experts stress that before you can really make the needed changes in the way that you're managing your time and making progress in really breaking through on the goals that you're trying to accomplish, you need to look at how you're spending your time right now. And so the thing I want to encourage is to do a time log, right? Or track your time. When you look at time from a concrete and objective perspective, we all have the same basic, right, building blocks, 24/7, 168 hours a week. Beginning of every single week, you have that amount of time to use. Those that make progress faster, have more success, make more money, right, just have better habits and routines and systems for how they're using that 168 hours. But before we can even get any of that kind of stuff set up and in place, do you know where your time is actually going? There's a lot of experts that say we don't accurately, we can't guess, right? We don't want to guesstimate. And this is your career, your future, your success. We don't want to guess. So let's track, right? I love this quote. The bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot, right? You have control of your time and what you're choosing to work on. You do, for the most part, right? And I'm not saying, and those of you that have seen any trainings that I've done, you know, you don't have to have structure to every single minute of the day, but you need to take control over certain key parts of your day, right? Not all time is created equal. There are times of the day where your energy is great. There are times of the day where your energy is in the tank. Do you know what those times are? And have we aligned your highest value activities, those that you do that bring the most value to your program, when your energy is the best? When you can align those things just for a few key hours every single day, that's when the magic happens. That's when you're on offense. That's when you're the pilot of your career and your life, right? So I thought I knew where my time was going, but I'd never actually done the math. I knew that I was working 24/7. I knew that, but I wasn't sure if I was spending enough time on the right things. I took an entire week, and this is kind of what it looked like, an entire week. Everything that I was doing from when I woke up to when I went to bed, when I was walking the dogs, eating, working out, doing my recruiting, meeting with the team, doing practice, recruiting phone calls, family time, whatever it was, I tracked it, right? And so from the time I started to the time I finished, what I actually did, the duration, how long I spent on it, right? The value I felt like it brought to my program or my career or my life or my, whatever. And then how'd I feel? Again, we want to try to align key things because not all tasks are created equal and not all time is created equal. But this, right, gave me concrete objective, right? This is what I did. This is the data. Now, based on the data, just like we do with our sports teams, right, is we collect data, right? Shot percentage, steals, whatever your sport is, right? We track that stuff and we make adjustments. Well, if you're feeling like you're spinning your wheels and not getting a lot of the right stuff done, right, at key times during the day or even throughout the course of the entire season, get a track, right? Tracking is my go-to for everything that ails me, but you don't have to spend a whole week. A week would be better, right? Monday through Friday that you're working, but spend a couple days. What is a typical few days like? Because chances are you'll find Monday you're maybe more productive than you are on Fridays or vice versa. You might find you're better energetic at 7 a.m. than you are at 7 p.m. Right? But knowing those things will allow us to show up and be more offensive minded and intentionally set up certain tasks at certain times of the day. You know what I'm saying? So for me, doing the math, huge breakthroughs, huge. I was now able to align my time with my top priorities. I was able to figure out what I should stop doing, right? There were things I was doing that just weren't giving me a good return on the time and effort I was putting in. Need to stop. What should I do more of, right? What do I need to not be doing? How many times was I interrupted throughout the course of the day? Which again, helped me be more attack minded. And instead of trying to schedule big high value tasks, when I realized I was getting interrupted a lot, I could adjust my schedule, right? So again, I was in control of that, but I wouldn't have made those adjustments had I not figured it out. And time tracking was the thing that allowed me to figure that out. Again, when is my energy the best during the day? Am I multitasking a good chunk of the day? Which I was checking my phone a lot. And then how much time was I wasting on low value activities, right? A lot of coaches will show up and we just want to check off a lot of things. And so we start with the low things and we push off our high value, big, things that are going to help you make progress in your program till later on in the day. Well, later on in the day, you've got decision fatigue. You're mentally, physically exhausted. You've got other things going on, and that's where your chances are you're going to be interrupted the most. And it probably, because if you're working that way, probably is a big reason why you're not making the progress as fast as you would like to make the progress. I would say number one lesson I learned from doing the math, I had a lot more time than I realized. I really did. I just needed to make key strategic changes in how I was using the time that I had. So do the math, know exactly where your time is going. Email me. You're welcome to email me. And if you go through the activity and then you want to sit and talk with me about how to make adjustments and different things that you can do, send me an email or just throwing this out there. I mean, I do have a tracking journal where I walk you through how to track. I give you all the sheets to do it. I also give you sheets to track your recruiting, track your energy, track your interruptions, track, your personal habits. Lots of things to track to make improvements, with what you're doing as a coach throughout the course of the year. So again, email me if you have any questions, you want to go through any of this stuff deeper, or go to busy.coach if you want to get the tracking journal. Would love to help however I can, coach. So hopefully this, gives you a good starting point for where you could go to, stop this hamster wheel, stop this 24/7 hustle and grind that you might be in. Stop and do the math, right? Do the math. It will serve you. And really, it can be a game changer for how you show up every single day in the office and the impact and the quality of work that you're putting out. So hope that helps. Please like this video. Please share this video, right? I'm trying to do more of these YouTube videos. I really would appreciate any, if you can share it and share this with colleagues, anybody you think that might need this information right now would be extremely helpful. And I would really appreciate it. So thanks, coach. And again, if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know.